What's up, guys? Got a jam-packed video today. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to start out with the bigger time frames, zoom down into the smaller time frames, then we're going to take a look at Litecoin and Ethereum, and then towards the end of the video, make sure you stick around. We're going to be looking at the Dow Jones, the dollar index, gold, and silver. You don't want to miss this. Definitely stick around for the whole video, and don't forget, we have a free Discord group. There's a link below in the description. It's totally free. Awesome community. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Don't forget, we do a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway every Monday. We will be doing that in today's video. Don't forget, all you have to do to enter to win for next week's is make sure you scroll down, hit that subscribe button, smash that thumbs up, and leave your comment. Let me know what you think the markets are going to do, and that will get you entered to win. All right, let's take a look at the daily. We were looking at this as a possible inverse head and shoulders. Right now, Bitcoin, and this is the daily, Bitcoin is struggling with the neckline. If we close below this 60,080 range again on the daily, then it's looking pretty weak, looking pretty bearish. We may be coming down to these lower targets. If we close above, the target for that breakout is around 69 to $70,000 range, right in that area. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at the RSI. As you guys know, we've been watching this RSI as a possible wedge. It does show we could have one more pop up here. That could be that high. We'll see what happens. Let's take a look at another view of the daily, looking at it as a rising channel. If we do come up to retest the top of this channel, it could be into the mid 70s to $80,000 range. If we do it quickly, that would be a blow off top. If we did that, in my opinion, there's still a chance we come back down to retest this bottom trend line around the 57.5. If we break that, I do have a target around 37.5 that would also line up with the 200 EMA. Not to say that's going to happen, but it's definitely a possibility. And for you guys that think I hate Bitcoin or something and I'm negative, I'm not negative. It's called looking at the charts in reality. A lot of people don't do that. They just want to hear about it going up. If you want to just hear it's going to continue up forever, you're on the wrong channel. We look at reality. So just putting that out there. If you guys are interested in trading where you can make money whether Bitcoin goes up or down, and you can trade Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum, Litecoin, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all on one exchange. By far my favorite exchange. I'll leave a tutorial on PHEMEX BT up top. Definitely check it out. You can also copy trade traders in there. It's explained in the video. You can use my promo code Savy50. Will get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. So if you put in $1,000, you get a $500 bonus to use towards your margin. Savy25 will get you 25% off your fees. Now, this chart is one we've been looking at, the Wyckoff method, as a distribution phase. I do believe still that we are in that. We could still go higher. There's another chart after this one we'll look at. We are right now in this range in between the 61.7 and 58.4. Another break below this 58.5 range. I believe we are going to continue down from there. Otherwise, it does show we could have one more blast up to that mid $60,000 to $70,000 range, and it would still be in the distribution phase and then continue down after that. That's what I'm looking at there. Now let's take a look at this is a 3-day chart, and I have the Fibonacci channels in here. As you can see, we've topped out on this channel twice, 2013 and 2017. If we were to get up there again, would be over the $200,000 range. I don't think that's likely, but it is definitely a possibility. As you can see, I have the parabolic arcs drawn in here, and we'll take a look at those here in a second. First, I want to take a look at the RSI. This is the 3-day RSI, and we've been talking about this. A 3-day break above this white trend line. Let me zoom in so you can see it. 3-day break above this white trend line and close above it, then yes, we could be getting a massive pump up. Otherwise, if we get rejected, come back and break this rising channel here and close below this, and this could happen in the next few weeks or months, who knows. But that would be very bearish for Bitcoin. I would consider the bear market here if that is to happen. Now let's zoom in and take a look at these arcs. As you can see back here, once we broke the parabolic arc, that started the bear market. Same thing in 2017. Once we broke it, started the bear market. And we do have one right here that I've been watching. We've been watching it together on the channel. And as you see, we've been getting rejection off of this 0.236 fib. If we do get up there again, that would be, as you can see, we broke out of it. Let me get the RSI out of there. As you can see, we broke down out of it. If we did come back up and test it again, would be between the $63,000 and $65,000 range. I would expect a rejection there and continue on down if this plays out like this. But again, we have broken the parabolic arc. And let's take a look at the bullish case here on the 4-hour first, looking at this as a falling broadening wedge. If we take a measured move from where we broke down out of it, would get us up to around that 73,000 range. We are broken out, and as of right now, if we continue getting support above that 59.2, then we could be looking for that area. I would look for a rejection here around the 62 to 63 first. That was our measured move of this inverse head and shoulders here, this being the neckline across here. So keep an eye on that. If we do come down here and get a nice bounce, we could definitely be going to the mid 70,000. Now, if we break down below this 59.2 and start getting resistance there, I do believe that we come back down and retest this rising broadening wedge down around the $48,000 to $50,000 range. It's probably going to be more around the 50,000 if we come down to retest this range. If this bottom trend line breaks, guys, I think Bitcoin's in massive trouble if we break below the $50,000 range. And if we take a measured move, if we were to break that, that would get us somewhere around the $20,000 range, right in that area, which is also our old all-time high. So it's definitely a possibility, something to be aware of, guys. I know everybody wants to be super bullish and everybody's guaranteeing that it's going to go up. Nobody knows for sure. And if you think like that, you're going to get wrecked. You got to look at both possibilities. There's definitely a possibility we continue up, and there's definitely a possibility we go down. And a lot of people say, oh, it could go up, it could go down. Yes, if I told you it was going one way or the other for sure, I'd be lying to you. Or I would be just dumb. Anyways, so let's take a look at what's going on here in the 1 hour. So in the 1 hour, looks like we are possibly in a rising broadening or a rising wedge here. And if we zoom in and take a look at this right here as a possible inverse head and shoulders, which would look something like this, and we do break out, if we do break out above this trend line, and depending on if, when, and where, it's around the 62.5 range. If we were to break that, we could come up, retest the top of this channel, and that's a measured move. If you measure from the head all the way to the neckline and where we could possibly break out, lines up pretty good with that top trend line there. Now, a break of this top trend line would be extremely bullish. Let's just take a look at what that could get us to. That would be up in the $80,000 range. Put this up here, and somewhere around the mid 80s. And that's just a measured move of the beginning of this wedge to if we broke this top trend line. But keep an eye on that top trend line if we even do get up there, which is looking less likely, but still a possibility. If we come back down to retest the bottom of this around the 56.3 range, and that does break, let's take a look at where that would get us to. That'd get us somewhere around the $39,000 to $40,000 range. Definitely still a possibility, guys. I know a lot of people don't believe it, but I'm still looking at it in the bearish case. Now let's look at the 15-minute. I have this rising channel drawn in here. As you can see, we had a touch at the top, touch at the bottom, touch the top again, and the bottom. If we do come up and touch that top again, it could be drawn out like it was over here, and that would get us around that 66 to 67 range. But as you can see, this median line right here in the center, the yellow dotted line, we are getting rejected there. If we break through the bottom of this again, we could be coming down to test the bottom of this trend line. Now, if we test the bottom of a channel again before testing the top. It's probably going to weaken it. And if we look at a measured move, the breakdown from there gets us again to that $50,000 range. A break above, and we could get up to that mid $70,000 range that we were talking about. So as of right now, until this breaks, there's really no confirmation of where it's going for sure. But once we either break this top trend line or bottom trend line in this channel, we'll have confirmation of where the next move goes to. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin again, looks like it's testing the top again right now around that 250 range. We do have a measured move of this breakout, and that gets us up to around that $300 to $350 range. That would also be retesting the top of this rising broadening wedge. Now a break of that wedge, let's take a measured move here. If we were to break it up in this area, in the bullish case, could get us as high as, let's put a target or a price there, could get us as high as that $472 to $500 range. A break back down below this could get us anywhere from the $50 to $77 range. Obviously, if Bitcoin takes the bearish move, that we would take the bearish move in Ethereum. Litecoin still has room to pump on its own, I do believe. We'll keep an eye on it. As you can see, we've had this target of 2200 for Ethereum for quite some time. We got rejected up here twice. If we come back down and test this, if you look at this rising channel in here, it's going to be around 1800. A break of that, if we come down and break the bottom of this rising channel, that target's going to get us right around the 12 to 1300 range. If we break up out of this, the bearish case, and that would, if we break the 2200, our next resistance is going to be around the 2250 to 23. If we do break that, we could be going as high as 28. Right around the 27 to 2800 would be breaking out of the top of this rising channel. Now, if we got up to retest the top of the rising broadening wedge here, around 3000, let's take a look at the very bullish case, and that would get us up to around the 4400. Breaking back down towards the bottom here. Like I said, if we break this 18, we're looking around 13. We'll probably get a bounce there, come back up, retest the bottom, and then continue down to around 300 in the extreme bearish case scenario. Before we get into the Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway, definitely check out my wife's webpage, inkyourimage.com. There's a link down below in the description. A lot of cool stuff in here, a lot of cool gift ideas. She does it all herself. It's quality, not iron on garbage or none of that. There's also a crypto section, and she can put literally anything you want on any of this stuff. So all you have to do is hit her up in the contact and ask her. We're going to do our giveaway now, and then we're going to get into the Dow Jones, the DXY, gold and silver. You're going to want to stick around for that. So let's generate a random number. 4. We'll go into, if you guys go to my YouTube channel, down in here when you first open it up, there are some tutorials down here. There's these free short tutorials. They have how to use the EMAs, look for breakouts, RSI, a lot of good info on these. I made them a long time ago. I need to redo them, but they are still full of, jam-packed full of information. There's also some trading tutorials down here. Definitely check them out. And let's go to our 4th video. 1, 2, 3, 4. Copy the link address. We'll take it over to our random comment picker. Put in the address, get YouTube comments. And our winner is Mud Hope. Thanks, Savy. You're welcome. And get a hold of me. You can contact me in my email below, or if you belong to the Discord, I'll verify it's you, get it sent out to you. And thanks a lot for watching. And let's look into the Dow Jones. So this is what I'm watching in the Dow. If you can see back here in 2003 to 2008, we had a huge bearish divergence where we made higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. Then we had our big 2008 dump. We are making pretty much the same thing here, guys, from 2017 to 2021. Major bearish divergence. Could we go higher? Definitely possible. The markets are acting crazy and irrational. We could definitely continue up, but I do believe the end is coming soon, and we are going to see a major crash in the Dow Jones, which will filter on into everything else. Now, the DXY, as you guys know, I am bearish or bullish on the DXY for the next year or two. This fractal seems to be playing out beautifully. I know the DXY is under a little pressure right now, but if we look at the EMAs, we're doing fine. We could go down to as low as the 91.70 area, and that'd be the 21 EMA before continuing up. But as you can see, this fractal, and I know everybody's saying, and I'm sick of hearing, inflation, they're just printing money out of nowhere. It's not circulating in real society, so it doesn't work like that, guys. And if you're listening to someone that tells you it does, you may want to unsubscribe to them. I do believe this is going to continue up. This will pull everything down, and the reason the dollar rises when the Dow, S&P, and everything else falls is because people get out of risky assets into the dollar, because the dollar was, always will be the safe haven for your money when everything is looking bad. They get out of risky assets, sell risky assets, and what does that do? That gets them in the dollar. Everybody talks about fear and greed. Buy the fear. Well, where's the fear? The fear's in the dollar. These markets are going up crazy. People don't think they can come down. That's usually the sign of a bubble, and it does seem like everything is in a huge bubble. Not to say it can't continue up, but when it comes down, you're not going to have time to get out. That's a fact. Let's take a look at gold. So gold, we've had this chart up since November. We hit our first target of 1736, and I did say if we broke that, the next target's around 1650. As you can see, we're playing with the 1736 again. I do believe we'll drop below and come down to this 650 range. As you can see, we have lower highs in our price action, higher highs in the RSI. That is hidden bearish divergence. Hidden divergence is a continuation of the trend. The trend is down. It's a continuation. We're having hidden bearish divergence. 1650 is my target there. If we lose that, guys, the next target's about 1450, and after that, you don't even want to see. We'll talk about that at a later date if it happens. Silver, we've been watching silver, this rising channel that we fell out of. Measured rooms move is around 20. I do see it possibly going much lower than that, and all the way down to the $13 range. But first off, let's see what happens around 20. I do expect at least a big bounce there. Now, it is possible we come up and retest this channel again around the 27, get everybody bullish before dumping. But my target right now is going to remain right around $20 range for silver. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please share. And if you haven't subscribed and you want daily updates, definitely click the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. That will get you subscribed to the channel. Smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think, or if you have any suggestions on videos you want to see, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a beautiful day, and I'm out.